New tech.
Hi guys, this is Andy here with Check New Tech, and today we are unboxing the Google Home Mini. For those of you who don't know, the Google Home Mini is the mini version of the large Google Home. Now, the big question you might have is, can this be used as a standalone device? And the answer to your benefit is yes. It only costs a fraction, or at least about half of the price of the Google Home. Retails at about $49. Is very comparable to the Amazon Echo Dot. This is the small version of the full Echo. So I just wanted to bring a few of these devices here for comparison while we unbox the Google Home Mini. As you can see, mine has a $25 off Walmart coupon, so if you get it for $49, or I've seen them on sale for as low as $29, then you're getting a great deal because you already get $25 off a Walmart order through Google Express. Now, the big benefit of having something like the Google Home Mini is you get a voice assistant. For those of you who have voice assistants like the large Google Home or the Amazon Echo or the Echo Dot, you're going to know what it generally does. You can ask it a lot of cool questions like, what's the weather, tell me a joke, set an alarm, set a timer. The Google takes it a little bit further than the Amazons do, because this one will sync to your phone and it gives you more personalized information for an Android phone. So I find this to be kind of cool in its own way. Now, if you have an Apple phone, it may not be as compatible with certain features because Google makes the Android OS. So having the Google is a great product. Now, what's the big difference between the big Google Home, which retails at about $89, sometimes $99, versus the Google Home Mini? It's the speaker quality. That's the only difference. You're going to get a much better surround sound. You're going to get a better speaker. You're going to get better sound quality, especially when you're playing music with the Google Home. It sounds great. It's a very small device, whether you get the Google Home. The Mini is much smaller, as you'll see, but I could tell you for a fact the sound quality is much more different. But other than that, if you just have the Home Mini or if you have the Echo Dot, you're not really going to see a big difference in terms of the sound quality with both of these. They are essentially the same. It's not to say the sound quality is bad, but with the Echo Dot, I like to link this to like my Beats pill, so it gives you better sound quality versus what you get from here. It's still pretty powerful and loud, but you'll notice a difference in sound quality with both of these. The other thing you could do with the Google Home is you could make hands-free phone calls. So if you're looking for a business location, I feel like it does locations for restaurants or businesses a lot better than the Amazon does. A lot of times when I'm looking for a phone number, a local search, Amazon does not find that. It doesn't find the business, or it doesn't have the number right away. Google is very streamlined because it gets information from Google. For those of you who have searched for something, you know Google is the best search engine to use. So overall, I think that's the big benefit. And they both have a lot of voice control quirks, like you could do the smart home stuff. So anyway, enough about that. Let's go ahead and unbox the Google Home Mini, and let's see what it has in store for us. There's also a difference in how you use these, so we'll actually see it in demo mode. But for this one, you could call it by the words "OK Google," and you might actually hear something respond because I have one set up already. With the Echo, you could actually just say Alexa. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox it. Google makes really fun boxes. So as you can see, when you pull the tab, you actually flip this open. And this is the Google Home Mini, guys, the infamous Google Home Mini. So here we are. It's got a rubber back, so that's nice. It doesn't slip on surfaces. It has the microphone mute button right here, so you can mute it if you're talking with people and you don't want it to pick up on some of your private conversations accidentally. You just go ahead and mute that. You could leave that unmuted. And the volume control is actually touch-based, so it's touch-based on here. Versus on the Echo Dot, you can see that these are hard-coded buttons. The mute button is here, and there's the action button. This is paired with the Google Home app. Whether you have an Apple or an Android device, it doesn't really make a difference. You could still use it very easily. There's the Google Home Mini. It comes in two colors. It comes in this color. This is the grayish color, and it comes in a little bit of a darker texture as well. They both are kind of gray. This is lighter though. Let's see what kind of packets they give us. They give us a let's get started. They're fairly easy to get started, so there's not a lot of information. You just plug it into power, download the Google Home app, sync it to your Wi-Fi, and you're ready to go. A little bit of getting to know your Google Mini. Like I said, we went through the microphone switch, the two buttons here for the volume, and then there's a tap to play and pause as well in the middle. So you could also tap the middle of it if you're playing or pausing a song. I prefer to just use the whole voice control. That's the reason you get one of these devices regardless, right? It's also a good addition to get the Mini if you have the main Google Home and you want to expand. You have a big house and you want to just expand the voice control so it's not picking up on one speaker. If you have several of them, it'll actually pick up on the closest one. So it's not to say you can't get several of these, but these are cheaper if you have a large house and you want to put one in each bedroom. So that way everyone could get their own mini assistant. There's some things you could actually do with it, some suggestions about, tell me about my day, it'll read your calendar, give me a recipe for banana bread, fun things like that. So we've seen a lot of voice assistants this year, so I don't think it'll be new for most of you. And here's the power adapter. Google makes the fun little power adapter. Here, it is a micro USB if you're wondering. That's what powers the Mini. The DC power adapter powers the Google Home because it has a much more powerful speaker. Sorry, that was AC, not DC. Losing my mind a little bit today. But anyway, you have a QR code here. I believe this is for setting up the app. So let's go ahead and plug in the Google Mini, and we will get this set up. I'm actually going to also show you on my phone how to sync it to your, how to get it synced up so you can connect it to the Wi-Fi. So I'm going to go ahead and take a quick pause, and in the next step you're going to see me plug the adapter in here into the micro USB. I'll plug it into the wall, and then I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. Alright guys, I have set up the Google Mini in the place I want to keep it. And now I'm going to go ahead and plug it into the outlet. And let's see what happens. Uh-oh. It's lighting up. Alright. See, so I think that's their little welcome screen. I could also show you how high your volume is, and anytime you call it, you'll know that it lights up to respond to you. Ooh, and it's colorful too. Exciting.
Welcome to Google Home. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
Okay, so I've got my work cut out for me. So I already have the Google Home app, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like. Alright guys, we have finished setting up the Google Home here, so all I have to do is say things like, "Hey Google, tell me a joke."
Okay, here you go. There are two fish in a tank, and one says to the other, "How do you drive this thing?"
Okay, that was a funny joke, sort of. Anyway, I could ask it things like the weather. I could tell it to look at my calendar, so, alarms and timers, fun things like that. Or you could just say, "Hey Google, what's the weather?"
Currently in Chicago, it's 41 and cloudy. Tonight, it's predicted to be 41 and cloudy.
Okay, so very basic, like I said, very similar to other voice assistants, except this has, you could sync it to your phone, you could add more personal recommendations. Overall, I think it's a cool device, so just fun to have, and like I said, it's a mini extension of the large Google Home, but you can use a standalone. You don't need to buy the large one if you don't want to spend the big bucks, and if you have a smaller place, this is very adequate. As you can see, the speaker quality is pretty good. Alright guys, so that was my unboxing video for the Google Home Mini. Hopefully this helps you figure out which voice device you want to purchase, whether you want to go for the big Google Home with a better quality speaker, you want to go with a small Mini, or if you want to just stick with the Echo. I've made several videos on the Echo Dot as well, so if you want to check out the review for that, feel free to. But thank you for watching my video. This is Andy with Check New Tech signing off.
New Tech